what really helped the growth of MapleTree, we started doing events. And well, I guess before that,
Welcome to Metaverse Degen. I'm Lion. Raptor's working today, but we are joined by some old friends of ours we had on a long time ago.
hello,
Hello,
it's Kyudo and
Sinrith. Hello.
Hello, thank you for coming back. It's been a while since we had you on. I remember when we met a first long time ago. Thanks for coming back.
hmm,
What have you guys been up to since then?
well, how long has it been? 2 years since our last interview? It's something like that. It's been a
Some,
while. A lot's happened since our last interview.
yeah, it's been like 2
Yeah,
years.
it has.
Well,
Oh,
if you recall in our last interview, we weren't really into like a lot of the communities back then. We kind of were, but we were just more participants in a lot of stuff. But we weren't really hosting anything. We weren't really like um ambassadors in a way, if you want to put it, or even leaders of a lot of stuff. So we came a long way since been 2 years.
I believe we had you on at the time that you, Sinrith, launched your Fennec Fox and had a booth at Vket at the time, if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah, that's right. I was exhibiting at Vket during our last one. I don't remember which Vket it was. Bad memory, bad memory. I've been in a couple since then as well. And I'll be
Mhm.
in this one. Actually, we'll both be in this Vket.
Yeah,
Kyudo will be exhibiting his group, the Maple Tree. Well, I guess it's our group, but it
yeah.
was his child. Um, he birthed the maple tree, believe it or not. Crazy. Um, yeah, so we will both have our own booths. Mine is just going to be an avatar because I'm keeping it simple this time.
It's
Main
kind of on
star
theme
of the show.
for
True.
what we do. So like her booth is focused on avatars, and is it focused on Avatar at all?
No, the only
Just
thing I'm doing
avatars?
is an avatar. It's just one
Oh,
avatar.
that's right. That's right, because you are doing Utopia. So it's focused on avatars specifically.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
Avatar Market, VRChat Avatar Market, which you probably know about by now. Sinrith is
Yeah,
actually a beta tester for that. She's been
really?
growing a lot since that. She was the beta tester for that whole program. She could
Whoa,
go on about that. She's been working with VRChat for quite a while, kind of behind the scenes.
whoa. May I deviate and ask you a question about the whole avatar market as a beta tester, or is that like locked behind closed doors?
Um, it depends on what the question is.
What was what was it like in beta testing, and what do you think of it?
Um, I think it was good. The VRChat team took a lot of feedback. They've implemented a lot of it already. There's probably still more to be implemented. You can check out the candy board and everything. I think everything's public now, so everybody can see it. But it was a good experience overall. I feel like for the most part we're listened to. A lot of people did not like the 50-50 split, but there's not much we can do because it's the other payment providers that are taking the biggest chunks. VRChat needs money, so I'm fine with that. It's fine. Because I would not be making
Mhm.
those sales if it wasn't for VRChat in the first place. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to add to that. The beta was a good experience.
Oh, oh. Well,
Mhm.
thank you very much for explaining that and letting us know. Much appreciated.
It was quite an experience. You got to meet a lot of other creators too. It was a good networking like event for you and a bunch of others.
And we had a little party at the end. Got to get everybody together in one room, and I stood in the corner and I looked at everyone else, and I'm like,
You
I
got
don't
to
know
meet the other
anyone.
introverts.
Yeah, yeah. I found the other introvert in the room, and we became friends. It was a good time.
So may I ask another question about that before? Well,
Sure.
what is your opinions on the whole avatar market versus like traditional booth and online sales market for avatars?
Hmm. Well, I like both. They
Hmm.
each have their own pluses and minuses. There is a ton, more than you guys can ever imagine, that do not upload their own avatars. They only use public models. These people are not leaving VRChat to buy models. They're not leaving VRChat to do like any of that stuff. So having a market available in VRChat itself is really good because then, that opens up you to that market that you would not have been able to access before.
Mm.
And for me, it's been really nice. My sales on the VRChat marketplace have already surpassed like 3 years of sales on booth for one model.
I think that says a lot.
So it's an insane difference. Yes, the market is a lot different. And I think it's nice. Um, you still have booth. Booth is great because there's still a lot of people that want to like customize their models. And then you have Vket that also plays into the equation. People want to see where to buy models. They want to try before you buy. And that's kind of like where that plays into. I mean, like the whole ecosystem together, I think it's good. I hope nothing really changes with it, to be honest. Because we're getting all of the markets right now. We've got the people that don't care to customize it too much, got the people that really want to go hardcore, and we got the people that just kind of want to look around and see what's out there, right?
Hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I do know and understand what you mean with the whole people only wanting to use public models. I think most people when they first start out started that way, and usually people deviate whether they want their own or they just keep a repertoire of rotating public models.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know exactly how it works if they will eventually go down the pipeline. Like, obviously we did, but
Hmm.
we're a very small percentage of VR chat players too. Because a lot of people are just coming on, they're drinking with their friends, and they're logging out. That's all they're doing. They don't want to touch Unity. They don't want to touch Blender. They just want something to use, right? And that's
Hmm.
as far as they're gonna go. Um, yeah, we're a very small percentage of players. It's kind of crazy, but
Okay. Well, I have a question for both of you. Would you mind filling the gaps in from where you were when you launched the Fennec model when we first talked to now? What kinds of things have you done to give us some of the history of it? The groups you both of you started, your avatar journey. I'd love to hear everything.
yeah. So since the last time, honestly, I've been pretty busy.
Mhm.
More so busy with work and other things than avatars, unfortunately. I think I have released at least one or two since then. I did update one of the big models that I had back then, to be like Quest compatible and all that stuff. And that was the one that I put on the marketplace. That one also won the VRChat Summer Jam last year, and I think that's really cool. Ever since I started making
Mhm.
avatars, I'm like, oh, I want to get my avatar in the public row, and I did it. Yay! um, just a little goal that was met. Yeah. I don't know where else to go with that. I guess we're both
I can
VCAT IAS now.
well, I can add in there's quite a more to it. So within that time frame, we have been jumping into other communities. One that's very notable between us is the VR Japan tours. We kind of were talking about them, I believe, in our past interview, but we kind of were just like participants at the time.
Hmm.
And we started becoming more supporters within that community and started to go to, at that time, we were going to like every single one, every weekend that they had them. But to add more context to this, last year, me and Sinrith actually IRL got married.
Oh,
So, yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. So, our good friends at the VR Japan tours allowed me and Sinner to, well, she's the one that pitched it, but allowed us to do our own project because they do like little special events and projects each time they do these events. We pitched, hey, we just got married. What if we did a VR chat wedding? However, here's the twist, a Japan traditional Japanese style wedding. So they loved the idea. And they were very heavy into rain dance at the time, and they wanted to do a wedding documentary. Technically, we did it live, so we had to do some practicing. She like really did acting, so she had to like practice her acting skills. I'm like, oh, I'm an actor, I can do this. I did acting for years, but we had to give like a live actual presentation of us getting married in VR in Japanese, which was very interesting. But because of that, I feel like we kind of like blew up a bit because of that project. Um, we invited a bunch of people from VRChat to witness that live as it was getting recorded, and they were participants in it. And it just so happens we did invite folks from Vket, and they got to witness this going on. And I do believe that did help us push into, hey, these two can actually do something in the community. And I think that kind of like helped vouch us into VCAT, like she just mentioned a bit ago. So I think what also tops on top of that, after that wedding played out, well, actually, this was before the wedding, the actual VRChat wedding. We went to VCAT Rio in Japan, and we got to meet up with the VR Japan tour like crew, like pretty much the whole crew, like all their staff at the time. And we got to meet them in person. We got to go out for dinner, and this is in Japan. Me and Sinner have never been before until now. So people see two foreigners talking to a group of Japanese, and then of course we're at VCAT Rio. So VCAT staff are like, "Who are these two?" Meaning us. So we're confusing people, and everybody's like, "Are who are they?" Because we got people interviewing us in front of all these other Japanese people. There, people were like, "How are they in the VIP area? Are they staff?" And even we met with Lund in person. Lund's like, "Whoa, you guys are like got lawyers and officials with you." They were like really confused because they're all dressed up professionally, and we're just like all having like a business conversation. And I think that also like just kind of like, oh, these two mean business. They're legit. They're not here just to say that they're doing something. They legit want to get stuff done. So they had us interview. If you haven't watched it yet, if you, of course, people listening too, look up the VR Japan tours. What did they call it? It's a Japanese wedding.
It was like Wedding Tales or something like that.
Is it Wedding
It
Tales?
should be on their official
Was-
YouTube channel if you
It's
guys
on their
go look it
official
up.
YouTube channel.
Was that the same
really
one
short.
that blew up on Twitter for the Japanese wedding that Kyudo and everyone was involved in?
I believe
I
so.
think so.
And me and Sinrith were the ones that got married. I used a different model during that. She was a Fennec Fox in there, but I was using I can't think of his name at the moment.
But
Vlad? Yes. The dragon. He was a dragon guy, but I removed his horns for the wedding. But we did a live interview in person, and she voiced like a lot of the lines in that video. I was really
Wow.
surprised because she was not confident at all, but she did it. But yeah, we blew up from there. We came back to the US. We celebrated New Year's because it was during VCAT winter last year. We hung out with like so many people that we just met in person, and they're like, "Hey, we're doing applications for VCAT ambassadors." I'm like, "Hey, we should do that. We should apply to that." We applied, and months later, we got a notification saying, "Hey, we'd like to have you meet up on this day and come chat with us." Next thing we know, we got accepted.
Wow.
And we got pulled into what they call the VCAT International Advocacy Support Team. So the IAS is what they call it. It's the more common. However, it is getting a name change. Exclusive to you, but by the time this is posted, it's probably not going to be exclusive anymore. It is now VCAT Global Assistant.
Ah.
So that's our new name. We're no longer IAS from as of yesterday.
But
Oh wow.
our function is still the same, which is basically,
This-
come to us with your VCAT questions, booth issues, anything like that. VCAT
Community
assists.
support, VCAT
there.
support of communities.
Yes.
Like if you want to do events with VCAT, let us know. If you need help, let us know. If you need some moderation support, let us know.
Yep.
We can help.
Oh.
Want some extra promotions, reach out.
If you need promotions, let us know. Especially if it's VCAT related. If you want to be involved with VCAT, let us know because we can get you involved with VCAT. That's another thing for sure. It's like, hey, I'm a new community, or I'm on an existing community. We're interested in VCAT, but we don't know. Or we're interested, but it looks like it's purely Japanese. It's not. Come chat with us. It's English as well.
Oh.
questions about Vket Real, you can ask us. We were there.
Mm,
We like to talk
we
about
were.
it. We really like to talk about it. So ask us
Cool.
anything.
Well, first off, congratulations on the marriage. I do remember you,
Yeah.
both of you, before harking back to the wedding you told us about and your real wedding and the VRChat wedding. Did you expect the journey up to or everything you've went through that you explained to us at the time in which we met the first time?
Real quick, I would say I believe our wedding was already like we were supposed to have it. I think that same year we had our original interview,
Mm,
but we kept postponing it multiple times. One because of COVID, two because we just couldn't afford it, and
mm.
then like it was just multiple other reasons, right?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But did we expect the future? No. You can't predict the future. We did expect going to Vika Real. That was like the one thing on our plan because we wanted to go
Yep.
to Japan for our honeymoon and we were saving for like what, three years, I think.
Yeah,
Just
at that
to,
point we were
what
because we, like I
so
said, we kept
that was
postponing,
on the
so we had
list.
savings.
That was on the list. Ever since they announced it, I'm like, "Oh my god, I wanna go to VK Real. Kyudo, please." And we actually ended up, like, rescheduling our honeymoon at one point because we had the wrong dates for VK Real, and we rescheduled it around
Yep.
VK Real. So, it was a
Oh,
big, big thing for us to go to. But everything else that's happened, I mean, unexpected, welcomed, but unexpected.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. I would definitely say that.
oh. And in the timeline that which you've explained to us, what started your groups? May I ask, like Maple Tree, for example, what made you like want to start them, and what has it been like running those groups? What are those groups?
Yeah. So Maple Tree is a bit complicated because it's actually a lot older than people realize. We were named something completely different that nobody's going to know. Way back in 2018, 2019, probably 2018 too, but 2019, I would say it's more actual. Um, we were named Artism. It was for art, and it was for people wanting to get more involved with like art and hanging out, and just it was still a social group, and we were pretty active.
Mm,
But I mentioned before that it was a very messy group. I've been doing like leadership in other games, and I'm an MMO player. At least I still am. I play Maple Story still. That's I mean, come on, Maple. It
mm,
comes with my territory. But I've been a guild leader for years. I've been doing it since I was a child. I'm old now. So I'm used to leadership roles and at the time, especially early VRChat, because I kind of mentioned this in our old interview, early VRChat is very lawless. It was very messy. It was very aggressive. People were very loud and annoying, and nobody cared.
mm,
And of course, that leaked into my group. And as time went on, and as um, what is known to be Maple Tree went on, I started to kind of get tired of how, in my opinion, toxic it was.
mm,
So I kind of had a well. This is what caused the rebrand of Artism to Maple Tree.
mm,
I cut ties of a lot of people. I was very heavily in the animation community. That was actually in the last interview. I was talking about the animation community because I was very
mm,
involved with them back then. Um, there are some not so great people in there. I feel like nowadays it's not as bad, but I don't really go in publics now. However, I do public VCAT worlds, and even those aren't too bad. I'm grateful for that. Please don't be that jinxed. I love our VCAT people, even the new people. Um, so with that, I do cut ties with a lot of folks. I will block any individual. Like I have some moderation problems I have to take care of, and I hate that I have to be the one to do it. 'Cause I feel like just now Maple Tree's starting to get more secure, more moderation. And I do feel like moderators are kind of just scared to just block somebody. Either that or there's somebody that's really trigger happy. It's like, oh, this person said this, block them or ban them. I'm like, whoa, calm down.
mm,
Um, so in regards to Maple Tree was like officially named Maple Tree in 2020. Um, this was not a VR chat exclusive group at the time. This
Hmm.
was just a group just in general because we played other games. We played everything. We were very open to what we're doing. And in fact, Mapletree wasn't even really known at all in VRChat. It's just, hey, we play these games. You guys want to play VRChat? Sure. Okay, let's all hop in VRChat. So in 2020, we rebranded Mapletree, and it wasn't until actually VCAT summer recently, 2025. When I became part of the VCAT IS team with the ambassadors, I started kind of getting jealous in a way because my community's so old yet so small. And I'm like, why do I not take my community serious? I have the members, I have friends. My name isn't like a complete nobody. Like, I don't want to take pride in bragging, but it's like, what am I doing with myself? And then we launched Avatelier during the PJKT's like festival as of 2025, which was before VCAT Summer. And that also kind of pushed that, okay, you launched your wife's community. Maple Tree's still sitting there collecting dust. What are we doing here? So VCAT Summer came around, and I was like, you know what? I'm biting the bullet. You're a community Discord now. We're applying for VCAT communities roles. We're doing all this community stuff. Maple Tree's officially a community as of summer 2025.
Oh.
I created the group. The group had, I think, 10 members at first. It was very small. we did VCAT Summer. VCAT Summer was a good push for my group, for Maple Tree. That got us down to, 30 members? Which, okay, it's decent growth. A brand new community for hardly any advertisement. I did a single poster. I got the 30 members. I was like, okay, I'll take it for a single poster that nobody's gonna really see. Maybe. I mean, some people did, obviously. We were like,
posters
okay,
work. You might not think it, but they do work.
they do work. And I'll support VCAT with that because, like, every little detail that they crammed it, because they give a lot of things that you can do community submissions to. Like, for example, like VCAT Winter coming up for 2025, we have the grocery store submissions. You can create your own community's grocery item. You have posters again. You have community booths. You have so much. There's another gimmick poster, which I did. I did one of Nequini representing the VCAT group, actually, the VCAT global team. And I was like, hey, I'm part of the VCAT global team. Why don't I just represent this group too?
Well, I do agree though. The posters do work quite a lot. Like speaking from my own experience, there are a couple of worlds we have our own posters in, and people are always saying, "I found your poster," sending pictures and stuff. So people do see, and they do work quite well. So do utilize those. You and the other side of the camera.
Yeah. I do want to say too, like, I was very jealous because I don't know if you noticed, I was very involved as a participant for PJKT and kind of helping with Avatelier because that's where Avatelier was like officially launched. Like, as a participant and helping like her group, I was jealous. I was like, man, I want to do a Maple Tree booth. I feel so left out now. Maybe next time. I'll be there next year. 2026 is our time at PJKT.
We love to see you at PJKT, see your booth and everything. You're always welcomed.
We'll be there. So I would say that's basically the big thing. We did do what really helped the growth of Maple Tree. We started doing events. And, well, I guess before that, kind of get some basis of what Maple Tree is about nowadays. Maple Tree is still a social group. We are still pushing for people to gather around. It is an English-based group in general, but we do accept other language. I call it international English. That's that's how I word it, because it's people that can speak English anywhere. You could be on the other side of the world. You could be in Japan, wherever. Um, I do notice a lot of our members are from Japan, so we do I do have a rule in there to respect other cultures, because for a lot of folks, Japanese culture is very different. So I do kind to respect that. I do get reports, not often, but they do happen. Like, hey, so and so did this. This is not friendly in the Japanese community. Of course, I feel like I need to talk to people first before I ban them or punish them in any sort of way.
Mm.
It's not common, but it does happen. And it's more just, hey, are you aware that this is offensive or not accepted in this culture, or what you did is just a little too much? And I feel like, of course, everybody's going to overreact. Their first instinct is ban them, get them out of here. So it's like, okay, calm down. Let's get the whole story here first. I got a pending case going on right now of something similar, but we'll get to it later. um, so it's very how do you say? Because it's more, we are social, but we do run our own events. Overall, we like to support other communities in a way, because we're such a social like group. And also, since we're such a wide variety of people, I'm like, hey, this group is doing an event. Let's all gather around. And let's go make this event more lively. Let's go make it more fun. So that's why there's a lot of times I join an instance and you'll see like 10 people follow behind me. You'll probably see that if you run into me like in an instance, or you just see me spawn in somewhere, you'll probably see like 10, 15 people just follow in right behind me. Or I come in after like a group of people too, because sometimes it's a little faster than I do. But you'll see that. We do that to support the other creators and other communities, because we want to see them happy. We want to experience what they're putting out there. Because yeah, it's one thing to focus on ourselves, but it's like, hey, let's enjoy this together. There's a lot of stuff that we like to support. So I do have a promotion channel in my Discord. Asterix actually uses it quite often, thankfully, because we do support a lot of her events. So hey, that saves me the time for sharing it. I appreciate when she does post, because that say, hey, she posted, everybody, let's go. Of course, work's always in my problem, but everybody else does it. I'm so happy that my people are still doing it, even if I'm not around, because they do it too. And that's one thing I really push with Maple Tree is like, if you guys are just going together and teaching each other about these community events, like that right there makes me feel like I succeeded, like in what I'm trying to do here. And for our own events, because now that we're starting to get some growth, we're starting to do like our own events too. Our very first one, like official one that wasn't like Vket or just purely Maple Tree event, was we did it was a happy birthday rave party for multiple birthdays. I think 4 people had a birthday that day.
It was a lot.
There was a lot of people, and we got 8 DJs to play, and we lasted like a whole half of a day, and it even lasted longer than that. I ended up having to leave because I was like, hey, it's too much. I'm tired. You guys open decks, y'all have at it. So I think like 7 hours later, I was like, I'm done. I think it was even later than that. That alone, though, that blew us up quite a bit. That got us to, we went from like 30 members, or around that number, 30 members to probably about 100 that first event. And then we created this world that we're in now. This one is the Maple Tree. And the Maple Tree is something me and Sinrith did in a week and a half? We spent.
Oh, it was not a week and a half. It was at least a month.
No. I'm talking about the actual building.
Yeah, the world.
No, that was a week and a half. You're forgetting.
That was not a week and a half. There's no way. I cannot make this world in a week and a half. It's
It was
at
quick.
least 3. At least 3. It was fast. It was fast regardless, and
It
we did it
was
while we're trying to move too. So it's like, it was paying.
so we hosted one of our biggest events, but to make it purely maple tree, we made this world. Me and her, just us two. Like we asked folks for help, and I'm not knocking anybody for not helping us because nobody wants to help, especially that quick. So if anybody listening knows that they were reached out to or talked to us, no offense to like we aren't offended. We appreciate that we even were listened to in the first place, and we look forward to maybe future collabs to do things together because we love to learn. We did all this by ourselves, and we learned a lot. So I feel like if we learned a lot on ourselves, we can only imagine how much we could do if we collaborate with others. So I feel like we did pretty good for our first try, and that event was really good. I was surprised. Like after this, I'm making a video for our event to put on our Vket booth to represent the maple tree, and I got so many videos. I'm just gonna clip it down to like one set and just like 10 seconds. But it's way more than just 10 seconds. We partied like 9 hours that day. It was
It
long.
was a lot. It was a lot. I had a birthday, but I think I aged about 5 years during the course of 6 or 7 hours. One
Oh.
birthday, 5 years of aging. I do wanna give a shout out to I Wield Keys, because she
Mhm.
really, really helped put everything together. She's basically our event coordinator. She knows a lot of people in the Japanese community, and she reached out to basically all of the Japanese DJs and got them interested and got them in, to the event. And yeah, thank you, Keys. You're the
Mhm.
best.
I know, I agree. I feel like especially in the near future, she might be worth an interview on her own because she's trying. She's trying to get some growth out there, and she's been helping Maple Tree a lot. We didn't have like an event coordinator or anything like that. We've been just me, just hey, let's gather up, let's just chatting in the voice chat or typing, telling people, hey, let's go do this, or in VR chats, getting who's all in the instance. So it's kind of nice having somebody like do more official events. I know right now it's not the greatest time because everybody's on a rush of the VCAT submissions. Oh, thankfully it's the last day. So we expect more events probably by the end of the year. Oh, I know for a fact for VCAT winter, so December, we're gonna have a lot of events. You're probably gonna see a lot of Maple Tree notifications coming out because we do have events coming up. And then after, probably in January, we'll have even more official Maple Tree event. I know we planned on doing something in December officially for Maple Tree, but it's not set in stone just yet. So we hope
We
to
don't have
announce that soon.
officials.
Ooh.
Mm.
Well, I can't wait for your events. And by the way, I'm so very happy to see you guys grow from when we first met. Like I remember back when we first talked and you just launched the avatar to see what you're doing now. The growth is impressive between the both of you. So please pat yourselves on the back. You've done and moved quite well since in the time. So congratulations, and I'm proud to see your growth.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Thank
I
you.
can give you a pat on the back. You can pat me on the back, you know?
There you go.
Oh, so question for you for Maple Tree, since you said you wanted to see the group grow, since you've run a few events with the birthday and stuff like that, how do you feel seeing the group kind of taking on some life?
It's crazy because I was talking to Lun actually very recently about the communities because I don't know too much like VRChat official how they treat communities like fully well because I've always been a participant. I've always like just I'm gonna go join and do this stuff. I've never actually ran a VRChat community, not until now. And I was telling them like, hey, since that last event, keep in mind earlier I said we had 30 members and then we went up to 100. Now we're at 225. That's quite a lot in just less than half of a year of officially being a thing. Um, I was asking, like, how does that work with VRChat? Like, how do you get stuff onto the launch pad to hold, like, VRChat's officially launched it? Like, I don't plan on an event like that anytime soon, but it's definitely a goal to be on that launch pad for an official Maple Tree event. I think that'd be so cool. Um, and I was told something like you have to have, I don't know if this is true, I don't know the official numbers. I was told you have to have at least 500 members in your group, and then you get invited to a VRChat community Discord, and they run you as like a VRChat community leader or something like that. Again,
Ah,
I'm very new.
oh,
I'm not officially
I
in it.
actually heard of the group you talked about. I believe it's a community leaders Discord. It's as you said, 500 members. I believe is the minimum.
I will say it feels good because like I'm not in a rush to reach that goal. I'm
Mm,
happy when it does happen. I'll say I'm happy that we're halfway towards hitting that 500 mark,
mm,
and I'm very satisfied with like where we are now. I do expect during VCAT winter that because of the way we do our group, we're going to run a lot of the VCAT events and a lot of the VCAT world hops. And me and Sinner, being that we are going to be part of they're going to call us VCAT GA, I guess, from now on. It's
mm,
an IS. The VCAT GAs are going to start running more events too. I hope. I know for sure for us, we always do the exhibitor hop, and that's where we gather people that have submitted avatar or booth submissions. We give them a voice, a platform to speak up about their booth. And there's a lot of times we fill up those instances. I don't want to say just because of Mapletree, but it does help. And
mm,
Mapletree, a lot of Mapletree go because they want to learn about these people that have submitted their booths.
mm.
And actually, because of VCAT Summer, I think like, probably about 10, 15 people from Mapletree applied for VCAT
Oh
just
wow,
because of us, just
wow.
from Mapletree. And a lot of them they get booths, and I've been kind of helping them get that all fixed up. And you may see Mapletree logos on their booths, and I did permit them. So so if you see them Mapletree logos, you'll know. There's some
Oh.
funny ones out there. I'd let them say, hey, you can make it all destroyed. I don't care. You got us represented. That's fine with me.
Oh.
There's a broken one out there. You'll see it. It's a funny one if you see it.
If you see it, take a picture and at both of them and Maple Tree.
Yes. Yes, do it.
Oh.
So I'm happy with the growth. I'm really satisfied with where it's at, and like even if it stopped today, like if Mapletree just stayed static at 225, I'm not hurt. I'm not sad about it because I'm very like I think I just had the group for so long. I'm so used to it being kind of small. And I think a
Mm,
lot of people prefer small groups. And I get it because Mapletree is very active. And keep in mind, 225 active members, that's a lot of people. And when you're in a voice chat, everybody's talking over each other, that's rough. We
There's
get to the
never been
point, it's like,
200 people in the Discord call at the same
thank
time,
God.
but
Definitely,
been at
there's
least
definitely
10.
been like 10 to 20 between
Yeah.
those numbers. And when you get like even 10 people in a voice chat and everybody's just talking over each other, it's rough, especially in Discord. Like Discord is it's not great for a huge group.
oh. So, may I inquire about your group, Sinrith? May I ask what started that and what is it?
Yeah, so oddly that actually kind of started when I was in Japan. Um, and I was just like scrolling on Twitter as you do. And I just remember seeing like at the same time like a lot of avatar creators just come out and they're like, my sales are down, my morale's in the dirt, I'm quitting. Just a lot of like really depressing like posts on Twitter. Um, and I was like, wow, I'm going through like the same thing. My sales are down too. And you just see like a pattern, right? Like life is getting more expensive. People don't have as much money to spend on avatars. It's nothing to do with your avatar, right? Like it's literally just the market is kind of, well, one, it's getting a lot more saturated, and two, financial issues, right? Like at the end of the day, this is a game. People spend their extra money here. They're not usually spending their whole paychecks here. At least hopefully not. Uh, anyway, I kind of felt the same way, and the feeling just kind of like grew over the next few months. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start a group for like avatar creators, to just kind of like come together, hang out, maybe discuss their like problems and stuff. And since then, it's kind of changed a little bit into something else. We did launch it during PJKT, and oddly, I got into the Avatar beta test at the same time. And there's a lot of that chit chat that happens in that Discord. There's like a lot of creator support. There's a lot of people helping each other out, and I'm like, wow, this is exactly the type of community like I would like to bring to, but it won't be like locked behind acceptance into the VR chat marketplace. Because a lot of people just want to make avatars for themselves, right? Or like be friends or something, or missions, anything like that. Regardless, none of those options are getting into the avatar marketplace. But yeah, I mean, I started Avatelier, so creators will have a place to just kind of hang out and discuss issues they're seeing. If they're having issues with a model, they can post. We do accept like new avatar creators as well, but mainly we're looking to just kind of have like a supportive space for our creators. We do have monthly meetups. I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly what to do with those because, as it turns out, it's a little bit hard to do like workshops and stuff in VR from a Blender perspective, right? Like that's a little bit difficult. But my group's more still kind of growing. We're still kind of a work in progress. We're evolving. Hopefully someday it'll turn into something really nice and we can have our own big booths at Vket and all of that other stuff because I really want a place where creators can come feel supported when like their sales are down or they're just having issues or maybe they're new and they're trying really hard to get their first model launched but they're just hung up on something. Or if they have questions about Vket or anything like that, I would love to see them join our community.
Hmm. Well, in terms of like the whole workshops and stuff, there's a group I know, Degen Tech, and they do like seminars and stuff on science and STEM field stuff. Maybe a communication with them between you may help you get some ideas how you do like Blender and Unity workshops, since they do stuff similar to that all the time in terms of like their fields
Hmm.
outside of VRChat.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do that at some point, figure out some things that we could run as events. I'm just not quite sure how to implement them. So if I could chat with somebody about how to do it, I think that would be really good. I know Fidelity and stuff has some similar type of things too, but I think they have like a whole I don't know how they do it. I haven't been to like a live show, but I've seen like on YouTube they have it recorded in like a either like a video or a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. But those are really cool. I'd like to be able to offer something like that at some point. The problem is I can't do it all on my own, so I need some more creators. Come creators, let's hang out together. Let's make some cool content together.
And I'm only
Teach
so
people.
limited.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, it's not there's no requirement exactly to like teach people or anything like that. But we would like to see more creators come in just to, hang out, make friends with each other. Because I mean there is a certain thing where like if someone just friend requests you in VRChat, and this is a thing that happens all the time, right? You're an avatar creator, you get a random friend request, you accept it, and it turns out they just want to be your friend to like commission you or something, right? If you're friends with other creators, they're usually not going to do that. So it's kind of a more even ground, right? More even footing for friendships and stuff where you're not going into it expecting something from the other person, if that makes sense, right?
Mm. My
Yeah,
normal
just
personal
place for
role.
creators.
My personal
Yeah, yeah.
rule on that is I usually wait a few times of meeting someone naturally before I add them. I kind of reduced it from accepting everybody to I got to see you a few times and n- common spaces before I want to add you particular unless, well, in my case, we're doing an interview like we're doing now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bad about that. Like sometimes I'll meet somebody and we'll kind of like hit it off and I'll send them a friend request even though I've only seen them like one time and I feel a little bit bad about that, but like if they don't accept it's fine. But if it's just some random person that I've never seen before in my life, their username is like cheese wielder 54613. I'm like, I don't know, cheese wielder. I don't know you.
I'm weird. I've been a little looser on that lately. I think
Mm.
since VCat, like I was very strict. Like I was getting friend requests all over the place. Discord, I'm very strict. Discord, I'm like, hey, you can tell me the best story in your life. I don't know you. You're not my friend. But on VRChat, if I'm having like a good time, and I think that's just because of the way me and Mapletree do it. I think just because we're such a social group, say, hey, if you want to come hang out and spend a day with me, we're friends. As long as you're cool. If I find out real quick that you're not a good person, bye bye. So
Mm.
I've been kind of quick lately with that. Like I've met some good friends doing that. Like you've
Mm.
seen our friend Space Guy 5, most likely. He was kind of a one of those individuals. Like we just barely knew each other. I added him, and now we're like almost best friends at this point.
Wow.
Like we talk like all the time, every day, all day, and now we're like best friends. Like we talk so often. So it's like you do miss opportunities, but you kind of just gotta be careful. And I
Mhm.
think if as long as you are open with that, learn a little bit more about that person before you do accept them. But also just like trust your instinct. Because if you do not feel comfortable with that person, don't accept it. Straight up.
Mm.
I know some people may think, oh, as a sexist thing, oh, but you're a guy, Kyudo, you can do that. I know, but like even for whether whatever gender, trust your instinct. That's my best tip for that because like if you feel or heard something bad about somebody, just don't do it.
Mm.
You can still give people chances.
Mm. I can agree. Trusting your instinct is a pretty strong thing. There's been a lot of situations personally where I went against my instinct and learned I should have gone with it in the first place. So going with your gut's a really important thing. It it
Yeah.
usually picks up on things sometimes your brain doesn't.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, so as a question for the both of you, over the course of the last couple years with your groups and VR chat and your growth, what have been some highlights and memories that have stuck with you since we last talked, may I ask?
Getting married. I think
Mm.
that's a big one. Very
Yeah.
memorable. We did our avatar hop. That was technically kind of part of Avatelier, because for
Mhm.
me, my whole thing this year is that I want to like promote creators. So I joined the IAS team because I want to promote creators. And then we did our avatar hop because I want to promote creators. And I think that went over pretty well. It was very chaotic. Our next one is going to be different. It'll still be similar, but we're gonna have some more rules, and he's gonna do the streaming because
I'll
I'll
be the
be
host.
honest, it burned me out trying to do the streaming, trying to keep track of people in the instance, trying to keep track of like who's actually there and who's up next. All of this stuff, I'm not used to it. I'm heavily introverted, and I've been burnt out since we did it. So it's gonna be different next time.
To
Still
help
gonna
with
happen.
judgment, I did
Different.
offer to take. I did offer to take host like midway during the event.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Literally the first day, I was like, "You look like you had fun, but you look burnt out. Do you want me to host the rest of these?" She's like, "No, no, no. I will do it.
I'm gonna
I
do it.
committed." She
Mistakes were made.
and on top of that, we lost our like our AC during the rest of the summer,
Yes.
so it was extremely hot. And then in her office at the time, literally no airflow, just pure hot sauna in a VR. So she's
So
dying of a
it's
heat
like
stroke while having the worst moments
95
ever.
degrees.
I'm like, next time
Yeah.
I'm gonna host it.
Yes, you are gonna host it next time. I am still gonna be reaching out to creators that are exuding. So if you see me in your Discord messages, don't ignore me. I'm not a bot. I'm probably reaching out to you about your Vket booth, not your car's extended warranty. Um, but yes, the hop is really fun. We're gonna try and keep things on schedule this time because we had planned for like I think 2 hours, and we ended up going between 4 to 6 hours for each one, and that is not good. We're gonna try and split things up a little bit more and
Yeah,
keep our booth explanations limited probably to a couple minutes. I think we're gonna try and make like a little timer gimmick or something. Just
that's
trying
not
to
a
be a
bad
little more
idea.
organized this time. Because I
Mm.
really love it and I love giving the creators like an opportunity to speak about their booths. I wish I could have done more because we couldn't get everybody. I wanted to like do something special for them, but I like I said, I got extremely burnt out after that whole thing and just
Mm.
died for the next. I'm still kind of recovering, honestly. And then we moved.
It's
Yeah.
it's a really good event because VCAT does have a
Yes.
feature, a new feature actually as of VCAT Summer. That's the VCAT Spotlight. It is a paid feature now. It's not super expensive. It's really cheap. Actually, I'd learned during because of that, because now that we actually got to experience it for real,
Mm.
that you pay for it and it stays there forever. Like it stays in those worlds. So it's worth it if you got the small amount of VRChat dollars or hanging around, so you can promote your own booth or your own friends, which is really nice. But alternatively, and I feel like this has helped other people's sales, as joining our exhibitor hop for VCAT, because if you have a VCAT booth and you are trying to sell something, you give yourself the spotlight that we are presenting as official VCAT, like not staff, but like, promoters
Mm.
with the VCAT official instances. And because of that, we run almost full instances when we do that, if not already full, because sometimes they will be. That's people all eyes on what you're saying, and that helps their sales. I know it does. Like obviously they're not going to go and say, "Oh, thanks, Kyudo and Sinrith." But I mean, we appreciate thanks, but uh, that's giving eyes onto your specific booth and that platform. So it's definitely not good to just pass on that. And we did get a big turnout. Like we were running full instances last summer. And I'm hoping winter when I'm running it with Sinrith, we can do a really good one. And I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. Um, I love hearing people's like vent of what they did to get the booth to work because it's never easy. So we look forward to it.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yep. One of my favorite things to do right now is just as well, and not necessarily me, but I like to give the people the opportunity to come out, tell us about their booths, because there's a lot of really cool creators, and you're like, oh, this looks cool, and maybe you want to like learn a little bit more about what goes into their process, or more about who they are, and that's kind of what the booth hops are for, creator hops. Yeah.
oh. Thank you for telling us about some of your more memorable moments and the hops. We'll have to go over and visit them myself. A question I had pop in my head for the both of you is, what have been some of the more difficult things for the both of you over the last couple of years, and how did you overcome them?
Hmm. Don't look at
And
me. Oh my God, I'm the problem. All right, it's me. We've
then
had to overcome me. We're
Y-
still working on it.
your okay. If she wants it to be targeted, her burnout. Her
Ah,
burnout has
yes.
been so rough to work with. Just because I love her,
Mm.
but it has been delaying a lot of her own production, and I know I'm talking so much mess about her right now, but
It's
I'm
fine. I'm
doing it
right
out
here.
of
It's
love. I'm doing it out of love. Like she's always wanted to push out another avatar. She'll start a project, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to start another project and put that one on the side. A couple years later, oh, maybe I'll go back to that project. And now you got two projects that aren't done.
I
So, and then
know.
you're like, I'm burnt out. I'm like, I wonder why.
Well, no. The thing is, like, it'll either be a deadline, or like
And
I'll
then
just
deadlines pop up.
yeah, it's deadlines, and then it's stuff like my actual job because I still work 40 hours a week in addition to like everything else I do. That place burns me out like no other. And then like if I'm working on like an avatar and I gotta get out by a deadline, I'm like, oh my God, I need to work on this avatar. So every single day I wake up, I go to work, I work at work, then I get out of work, then I work some more, and then I go to bed, and then I do the same thing, and I will do this for like 2 or 3 weeks until I literally cannot take it anymore, have a mental breakdown, and put everything on hold for the next God knows how many months.
And then there's
And
also
it's
side projects and then VCAT meetings and then VCAT stuff.
yes, it's a cycle. I'm working on it. I'm trying to like teach myself that It's okay to just like take some time to play video games occasionally, take some time to clean your house because that's still being productive.
Especially
Take some
now.
time to eat food. You know, those things are all things that are okay to do. You're not lazy if you decide to, take a break for a little bit because the thing is, if you're taking breaks away, 'cause you can't just work, 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 work every day. I'm learning that the hard way, all right? I've burnt out like 12 times in the past 2 years, maybe 3 years. I don't know. It's a lot. But the last year before we did our creator hub, I put a new procedure in place, which is just like work a little, play a little, work a little, play a little, work a little, play a little, get some breaks in. Um, and I had a very, very productive first 6 months of the year. So I think that's working. I just put myself into a situation that I should not have put myself into. And then right after that, we ended up moving too, and that's been rough. Our bodies and everything has just been breaking down. We're still unpacking a little bit, still getting settled in, but for the most
Yep.
part, we've gotten it done. That's been a big thing this year too. Just moving.
Yep.
Mm. I think taking personal breaks is a very vital, important part of your workday. I've I understand the whole wanting to be burning out, wanting or need to take a break. I have found sometimes taking breaks, some of your best progress forward happens after you take a break. You know, like when you're stuck on a project for like months and you kind of stop and you step away, and while you're gone, you're not really working on it, but you're thinking about it, and then something kind of hits you. Oh, I need to do this thing this year in order to get past this thing, and you come back more excited than you were when you stopped. I think taking
Yeah.
breaks is also important to the growth as well. I think sometimes with learning curves, a lot of the time, you can't just kind of go straight learning all the time. You need to learn and then stop, break, then go back, learn again, and things stay better that way. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, no, breaks are important. Y'all should definitely take them. Um, it, yeah, I don't really know what else to add to that, but
Oh.
it's important.
Well,
Oh,
thank you for sharing what you did. Oh.
I would say for myself though, like because I've been very. It's kind of funny because during Vket, I was warned by a lot of people because I was running a lot of the events during that time, and I was hearing it from Lon and other like ambassadors, even Sinrith. Like Kyudo's literally running everything. He's gonna burn himself out. Because I was doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like I was doing like a lot of troubleshooting stuff. Like even during like big events, like some people didn't know that there were some issues with the closing like the last event, like the
Mm.
audio stuff. I was there to help them, and I helped like calm everybody down. I was in the Discord call. I'm like, okay, let's go here, calm down. You go there. And I was like, okay, these group because they're also at the time there's a Foradoras event going on, which they needed Spanish speakers. I'm like, oh my god. So I was like, all right, who here knows Spanish? So I was like, okay, let's gather these group of people. You guys go do the VRChat or the Vket talk there. I need me and like me and Hi. I need to go do this. Oh wait, Hi, you gotta go there. Okay, you go there. You know, so I'm like helping organize everything, and everybody's like, "What is Kyudo doing?" I'm like, "I'm helping." So I think I just like being helpful in a way, and that's my IRL job. I'm support. I do tech support. So seeing stuff in VR chat where it's like, oh, this is where I'm having fun. I'm having issues. I want it fixed because I want us to look successful. I don't want to have like something really scuffy going on, and it's our event. So,
Mm.
and then like people are stressing out, borderline crying, if not crying. Like, calm down. I'm here. Let's do this. Um,
Who's
um,
here?
yeah, But also, like, we were running our own events, and I'm streaming. Like, at the time, I was streaming so often too. Like, I was constantly running a stream. So, actually, my Twitch grew big during VCAT summer. That's probably where a lot of my followers came from. At least 100 of them. That's quite a lot. Like,
That is
for
quite a
me,
lot.
anyways, as a small, that's quite a lot.
Every
I was
growth
very,
forward is just as important. Every single little bit of a number or large number is just as important as the rest. Don't down yourself just because it's just
right.
100. It's 100 people. That fills a room. That's a classroom.
Yeah.
That's bigger than a classroom of people that joins you.
Bigger.
That's very
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah, and at such a short time too. So I'm very happy about that.
Hello, friend. I hope you're enjoying the current video. We'd actually like to inform you that we do some other shows and content as well. We have a whole bunch of interviews from the Metaverse Degen podcast, which you can find over in the main YouTube channel or on Spotify. We also do a D&D actual play called Hold My L, which you can find on the same Metaverse Degen network channel as well as Spotify under Hold My L. If you're interested in either of those things, we create other shows and plan on making more in the future. If you want to check out our social media to find out when those new shows or other stuff we're doing is, feel free to go to metaversedegen.card.co. We have all of those links for you to watch. And we also have a Patreon over there as well, where we have been posting the pre-show content for Hold My L. So whenever like conversation or talk about things, maybe lore or whatever's going on, we post that over there as well. As well as we every once in a while pull stuff back from the vault from episodes long gone that are no longer on the channel. We'll post them every once in a while over there. Like for example, we have the old one where the first ever episode we pulled the Raptor on. But we'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to those who have supported us over at Patreon, such as Exotrix, Rosen, Aliquum, Future Oracle, and Forbidden Zero. Thank you all so much. You're amazing, and enjoy the rest of your video. Well, the both of you, thank you so very much for coming back and allowing us to hear your tale and what you've been up to. It means a lot, and I am also very happy to see where you guys been what you guys been up to. It's great to see both of you grow from like when we first met. So thank you and congratulations. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you,
And
Light
I
Turtle. Thank you for having us
can't wait to
back.
see where we are in the next year or two, right?
I
Yeah.
can't wait to
And
see
that
what
goes
you guys
for
do.
you too, because you've grown a lot since we last chatted to you in this environment as well. So
Well,
it's
thank
cool
you
we
very
can
much.
just learn and grow together.
Speaking of, like, literally after our interview, I think you like interview like probably like 5 other of our friends. I'm like, oh my god, I did an interview with these guys.
well, thank
Every
you.
time you do somebody we know, we're gonna watch that.
Oh,
Yep.
well, I don't think I've asked you these questions when you interviewed. We'll ask you the last couple questions before we wrap up, just in case there's new people who haven't seen you. So first is the avatar or the names you have. Where do they come from? Why'd you choose them? And why do you use them?
First.
Ooh. Oh, mine's fun. I made this game or this name when I was playing Ion way back. The original one, Ion 2 is coming out soon, guys. It's probably gonna be a disappointment, but I'm excited anyway. Anyway, I needed a new username. And I looked around my room, my 15-year-old room, and I'm like, because that's where I would get inspiration, just random crap around my room. I found a bottle of Sprite and I looked at the sprite and I changed a couple letters around and somehow I got Sinrith and it sounded kind of cool and I'm like, all right, Sinrith it is. And that's been my name for like a very, very, very long time. I'm not going to age myself too much, but very long time.
It's quite unique way to make a name.
I think so. It's a really cool name.
It worked out.
Mine is an actual Japanese word. For those that don't know Japanese or don't know much about martial arts, even because it is a word used in martial arts. It's so Kyudo is the art of archery in Japanese, and it is used for ceremonial type archery. Like there's many ways. They do teach it in a lot of high schools. So oddly, a lot of like Japanese like high school students don't know it because they're young and they're probably actively doing it. Um, Ironically, the VR Japan tourist group that we were talking about earlier, I didn't know that they were doing a Kyudo session one day, and I joined it, and they're like, "Oh, Kyudo's here," and everybody started saying Kyudo. I'm like, "Huh?" who are these people? And like, we're doing Kyudo. I was so confused. I'm like, oh, we're doing the archery where they drop the world portal. I'm like, I see. That makes more sense now because they're talking about the actual archery. Uh, but yeah, my name's based on the archery. Now, where that came from, for me, I used to do martial arts growing up, and my uncle was a like a he owned the dojo, so he was like the owner, the teacher. He was the master. And they made us do very specific professions. So you had to choose your weapon, and that was the game. Choose your weapon, basically. And kids, they always want to go for swords. Oh, I want a katana. I'm gonna be samurai. I'm gonna grab the spear. I'm gonna, or the pole arm. I'm like, ooh, I want the bow. I'm gonna go long range. Oh, you guys are close range. I'm gonna mess you all up. So of course I would always go for the bow, and because of that, I got really good at shooting with a bow. I got really good aim. I haven't done it in a long time, but I'm in VR. I'm pretty good. Um, so because of that, I kind of got a nickname back when I was younger in high school, using my bow so often that I started getting called Kyudo. And I was like, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna go with Kyudo because I started getting called Kyudo as an actual name, and I was like, I'm gonna make that my username because I used to use my real name when in games, and I hate my real name, and I don't know why I would torture myself by using my real name in video games back then. Like if I was to load up my PlayStation, it still uses my real name, and I'm like, oh, this is so cringe. Because you can't change your PlayStation name and it's still stuck like that. And so yeah, Kyudo came from martial arts and from me kicking people's ass with a bow and getting the nickname.
Oh.
And the Japanese understand it because it's a Japanese word. So,
Oh, well, thank you both for explaining that. It's actually both really cool ways of getting a name. So thank you for sharing that. And the avatars you're in, why'd you choose it? Why do you use it? Is there anything about it that means anything to you?
Hmm.
you go first again?
Well, mine is Miltina based. I make my own avatars for the longest, but then I saw Miltina and I just fell in love with her cute little face. And I said I have to have her. Because I do buy a lot of booth faces, even though I make my own. One for study, two because they're pretty, three to support the artist. But Miltina just stole my heart. She fits me pretty well in full body. And for the outfit, it's also a booth outfit. Um, it wasn't for Halloween. I just liked the way it looked. It's really cool looking. So I got it. I went for a little bit edgy Sinrith, very edgy Sinrith. And then we have the callback to Fennec. Of course, the ear model and tail model I made. Which you guys will probably be able to get these for free on Vket over or not on Vket, on Booth during the duration of Vket. So keep an eye on my Booth profile if you like.
Mhm.
Oh, are you?
Yep. So mine is an Ukon base. That's my face. With a bow. Naruto or Naris. If she's a face tracking professional, so she makes face tracking. So I kind of have unique eyes for an Ukon. Typically, their eyes are more round. If you look at most default Ukons, um, I have been changing how my style is a lot since summer. Um, this outfit's more just because of fall, but quite cozy. Now, my theme, because of Maple Tree, I've been I call myself a maple leaf, and that's kind of like my group. I call my members maple leaves. So I kind of have like a maple leaf style theme to myself, and ironically, like notable features on my head. Literally, all my characters have a maple leaf on the side, and it
Oh.
keeps the Ukon's ribbons. And all my characters have that. Another notable feature is I keep the necklace too on all my characters too. The green one, the red with the green. Um, so many people call it different names. It's like the Majami Mate? I can't remember how you say it. I hear so many ways to say these words.
I don't remember right now.
Yeah, so um, basically, it's a very customized ukon, and she is maple leaf themed. I have lately been running around with no ears. I kind of been growing on the no ears and tail thing, but I do feel like I'm more noticed with my ears and tail. So I've been kind of leaving them on, but I feel like I kind of like them not there. um,
Ooh.
she just fits with me. Like I've been using Ukon, and I know a lot of people. There's the huge VR chat debate of guy using female avatar and not sounding female. The question of are you trans? Are you gay? Are you femboy? What are you? um, it's hard to say what people want to know. I mean, if people have questions, I am male. Um, I'm married. You could say femboy, sure, but um, yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you both for answering that. It's an absolute pleasure to hear your story and why you decide to represent yourself the way you do. And thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure to have you back. And with that being said, if anyone in the audience wishes to find out and reach you, where they will find you.
I mean, I can be found on Twitter. I believe it's Sinrith underscore VRC, I think. Um, Sinrith.
No
I
X.
don't know. Maybe we can no X. Yeah, Twitter X. That's basically where I'm most active. I'm also on Discord. It's just Sinrith. And then of course you can always join my group. I have Atelier, or you can potentially join Kyudo's group, Maple Tree, and I'll be there too.
I don't know if you're gonna have numbers, but to find Maple Tree, it's maple.3722. I had to look it up, and who remembers that? Nobody remembers those numbers. So maple.3722. So you'll find Maple Tree. Definitely join us. Come hang out for VCAT. You can find me on Twitter, now known as X, at Kyudo Maple. That's Kyudo Maple. You'll find me on a lot of platforms using that name. So again, Twitter X, Twitch, YouTube, Linktree, they're all Kyudo Maple. And of course, in VRChat itself, it is Kyudo. Come join us for a VCAT and join Maple Tree.
Oh, well, all of those links will be for you, the audience member, in the description below on YouTube or the episode description on Spotify. And it'll be all labeled in there for you to easy to find. Same place, same label as always. And with that being said, we'll ask you the audience a question and then close out. Question for you is, what was your first group you joined when you got into gaming? Or VR? Both. We'd love to hear it. But for the closing, I have to give you a very Raptor life-esque closing, which is actually something that happened today. Asterix had a concert that didn't go well the first time, and then she did a second one later, where she did a lot better. So the advice I would like to give you, the audience, is this. Just because you fail once doesn't mean it's over. Always push forward. Only through failure do you grow. Use it, do better, move forward. It's not the end of the world. No one's gonna dislike you for failing or whatever it is. Within a week, people forget anyway. With the internet in modern day, people are going to move on very fast, and won't even remember the thing that happened. So that being said, keep on growing, keep on moving. Don't be afraid to fail. With that being said, everyone, see you in the metaverse.